Now I know plant scraps don't have to be wasted. I can turn it into something useful and beautiful. Welcome to Mix and Plants and Crafts. My name is Rachel and Happy New Year. This is actually first video I'm recording for 2025 and it's a good one. Have you ever thought about repurposing your plant scraps? As we kick off the new year, I am thrilled to introduce a brand new series, Crafting with Plant Scraps. I know, from the plant room, transforming the scraps from the plant room to something useful and beautiful. I am so excited. Having this hobby for a few years, I have thought about what else I can do with the plant scraps I accumulate from this room. Those dead leaves, pruned leaves, broken flowers, dead flowers, flowers that I don't want on my plants. Usually when our tropical plants flower, unless they're a Hoya, we don't really want them on there. Last year, I did find myself tossing out a lot of plant waste, scraps, just things that I could have repurposed, thinking about it now. But this year, we are going to do some repurposing in the plant room. I know I will end up having to throw away some things, some scraps, some waste. I'm not going to be able to save everything, but there will be some things that I can give a second life to. And I do have a fun project for us today. My red Maranta is going through it. I do have to prune away some leaves. We have this area right here as a yellowing. I don't know if you can really see that with this camera. Yeah, you see all these spots. So I saved this from spider mites. Earlier this week, I knew I had to prune back the leaves, and I just didn't want to do that because I just didn't want to get rid of these leaves because I love this plant. But I do have to cut it back. It's going to look a little bald, and I know I can leave these leaves on here until they just get crispy. I don't really want to do that. We're going to prune these leaves, and then we're going to make something creative with it. I really wish I didn't have to do this, but I had to. I know that she's so bald in the center, but I'm going to put a few cuttings in there from here that will root, and then by summer she should look a lot better. So here are all the leaves that I got from the prune, and these are the ones that I'm actually going to throw away. I'm going to throw these away. I actually wanted to save this, but I am not going to. All right, so we have all the leaves that I cut off. Pruning your plant is a good thing. Because I pruned these leaves, the plant is going to grow a lot better now. It's incredible what pruning can do. I will say, I don't know if this craft is going to work. Usually I do my craft first and then I do the intro, but today I couldn't do that. I want to show you the process of pruning the plant. Today we're going to make a plant leaf basket. What you'll need for this project is a bowl, plastic wrap. This is the plastic wrap I have. You'll also need Mod Podge and a paintbrush. I'm using the glossy Mod Podge on this one versus the matte Mod Podge because I want a little shine. That's why I chose the gloss one. Get some plastic wrap out and line the bowl. You can also use a balloon for this if you have a balloon on hand. I'm going to change out this towel because I don't want to use this with the towel on. Make sure that the plastic wrap can cover the bowl completely. It's a fun project you can do with your kids. All right, I'm actually going to just pour some Mod Podge on here. And now we paste the leaves on. You're going to get some Mod Podge on the plastic itself and then put a leaf on there. And see if you can get the leaf to adhere to the plastic. And then you're just going to keep repeating the process. I've bumped into some problems with this project already. The leaves are not sticking. So I need to figure out how to fix this. I'm taking it all out because not working. But I think what I can try to do is overlap the leaves, maybe. That might work. I actually kind of want a smaller bowl. All right, I have the smaller one, and I'm just gonna just move this over from one bowl to the next. Now I'll put the leaves back on, and I'm gonna overlap the leaves. All right, and put some of the top. I will have some leftovers, so I'm gonna probably wash the Mod Podge off and do another craft with it. Not today. Okay, I think I have enough Mod Podge on there. I think that's it. That's good. I am gonna try something. I am using the twine to wrap the bowl to get it a little tighter so I can hold the leaves together. And I'm also going to do this. Okay, so this is what I have, and I am not sure if this is going to work, but to make sure it really works to hold it, I think I'm also going to take some more saran wrap and just cover it lightly. And then put this bowl over it. This will secure it. So I guess I'm just gonna let it sit here for 24 hours and see where we're at. Kind of wish I did this craft beforehand. I will share now that I am planning to do a lot more crafts like this. The next one I'm going to do beforehand, and we're going to see how the trials and error goes with it. While this dries, I'm going to, so these are the leftover prayer plant leaves that I have from this project that I didn't use. And I'm going to just put these in a book to press it to see if I can preserve the leaf and color. And I don't really have large books. Those things are still in boxes when we moved in here. So I'm just going to use these. I have, this is kind of large. I used to do this to roses all the time and it worked. So yeah, why not plant leaves? So I'm going to press these for, I don't know how long, and come back and report how these are doing. I'm going to let this dry and come back and show you the end result. It is the next day here and I have some results. Plant craft I created was not a fail. You tell me if this was a fail. Would you make something like this? I started off with the idea of a plant basket, but it turned into a plant bowl. And this is what it looks like. That's the bottom of it with the crispy leaf. And this is what the inside looks like. I feel this was a success for a nice craft that I can do. Would I do this craft again? If I have a reason, I would. I will explain a few things about this craft. I think you saw me wrap the twine around the plant bowl to secure it. Later on that evening, I took the twine off because I had a feeling that the twine was going to glue to the bowl, and I didn't want that. So instead, I put it in a bigger bowl, just like this, and I secured it like this with the saran wrap. Once the evening came around 9 o'clock at night, I took off the saran wrap inside. I didn't get to film that part, but I took off the saran wrap inside so I can let this dry because it was staying wet. And then the next day in the morning, it was completely dried. Here is a close-up of what it looks like. Then I peeled off the plastic wrap from the outside, and then I let that dry. Once I peeled it off from the outside, I did secure it in a bowl to finish drying, just afraid it was going to open up. And there are some parts that I kind of want to be tied together, but this is what it looks like. I mean, this is quite a unique little project. I'm not sure if the leaves are going to stay fresh like this. We'll see. I'll give you an update in a few months on what my projects look like after a while. But I am going to put this in a plant room. I have a plan for this. Now, I would have pruned this prayer plant leaf and then thrown it away, but now I have something to look at. And if I didn't do this project, I have another project that I would have done. I have so many ideas for this year's crafting with plant scraps. This is just one of the things that you can make. I have more ideas to come as I accumulate some plant scraps in plant room. I will record this video. So, what do you think? Do you think this was a success or a complete failure and I needed to never do this again? If you have any ideas of what else I can try, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear your ideas as well. I am so excited to see where this creative journey is going to take us this year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.